Balls on three. 1, 2, 3.
Let go! Go! Guys gonna want it today.
I'm Coach Franz. I'm the head football coach here at Crown College. A little bit about my story. I was a high school football player and I picked the wrong college when I got recruited, and I wound up not going to play football in college, which is a pretty unique thing for a head coach to do. I went and started coaching when I was 18. I went to that school, then I came back to the high school and they had a job for me, so I made right in there. So that was for 6 years of my life. I coached high school, I taught high school, and I didn't know the Lord. So I was an atheist from the time I was probably about 14 until I was about, I would have to say it's like 31. So I've actually been an atheist probably about the same time I have been or known the Lord. But anyways, I got my first big break to coach college ball. All I wanted to ever do in my life was coach. I loved football, I loved the game. And back then I was coaching for wins and losses, and that's what I was about. I was about football only, and that was it. And so my buddy told me I got a job that you could get. I didn't know anybody. I had no friends. I had one friend in the business. He goes, I can get you this job, but it's at a really conservative Christian school. And as an atheist, I go, what do I got? How could I get that job? So I basically lied through the whole interview, told him I knew Jesus, got the job. I worked there for 4 years. I coached there. I actually taught there in college, strong Christian school, but as an atheist. I didn't really find Jesus there. I actually found the Christian higher education to be very, very cold and judgmental and hypocritical. And I was an atheist who was actively trying to find out why I didn't believe in Jesus. And I was actually more sure after I left that place that Jesus didn't exist. I was sure. I was resolute in my thinking. I was like, God doesn't exist. Jesus is not his son. And I didn't want any part of it. So 4 years in Christian higher ed, and I was like, I'm out of here. And so I took a job in Australia to coach professional football, single guy, moving to Australia. It was going to be the life. Living on the beach, whatever. We're about to leave the country to go to Australia. The day before I leave, the league folds. Nobody goes. Nobody goes to Australia. There's like 400 Americans, nobody goes. So I'm back home. I got no job. I got no life. I got nothing. Football's taken away from me. I'm not coaching for that season. So on a whim, I throw my resume out to some people and I get 4 job offers the next day. And they're all at Christian schools. And so at that moment I go, okay, I really don't want to work at a Christian school, but I want to stay in football. I'll take whatever job you give me. All right, so I took one in Chicago at a place called Trinity International University. And when I was there, I didn't get anything that I got at my first institution. I got love, I got, just overwhelming understanding and men who live the gospel, not just sometimes, but all the time. And when I tell you my life changed like in an instant, my life changed in an instant. I went from hardcore atheist, didn't believe in Jesus, that he existed. I met some coaches who lived the gospel and actually backed up what they said, and they weren't judgmental with me. It just happened, and they were there, and then we did life together, and they spoke truths into my life, and they helped me unpack all the nonsense that I had. Because I had a problem with Christians. I didn't have a problem with Jesus. And those coaches really helped me unpack that. And they just pointed me to Jesus. They didn't care what denomination I was from, what my baggage was. I had a lot of baggage, still have a lot of baggage. I'm still working through it all. But they helped me not focus on that as focusing on Jesus. And because that happened, I met Jesus. And when I met Jesus, and I mean like instantly, and I mean like I was one way, and then literally the next day I was another. And so much so that people still don't get it. I've only been a Christian, I'm on 6 years. I've been a Christian for 6 years, and people who knew me before, they still don't get who I am today. And I think God and Jesus is awesome. And as Christians, my job now is to bring my players and the people I coach into a closer relationship with Jesus. And that's my mission. I used to be on mission to try to mess with Christians and actually pull people out. I played for the other team, and now I play for Team Jesus, and that's really my whole goal, and that is now my mission. That's what I do. That's why I'm a coach. That's why I'm here at Crown. That's why I want to be at Crown, so I can be boldly Christian. I can point people to Jesus, and we can win a lot of football games. And I can use football as that vehicle to bring my players into a closer relationship with Christ. And that's what I do. It's like the whole story.